Hi everyone, I'm on the Vermont Nature Trail and I'm tired, but everyone has already gone forward, and a number of times when I honestly wanted to turn back, but I've decided that even if I'm gonna do it alone, no matter how long it takes, I'm gonna make it through the trail with all of my load. I have a camera. Thank God I didn't bring the heavier camera. I have a gimbal. I have a drone. And on my back, I have a bag with microphone and other stuff. So I know it's gonna take me long. I'm gonna make it through. Okay, so yeah, let's go. So I'm here at the Parrot Lookout, which is about, say, halfway through the trail. It's pretty much downhill from here, well, in a good way. But I'll just give you guys a look at the view and see what it looks like. Yeah, so that's how it looks here. I'm feeling a lot better than before. I've rested twice. First up at the top and then at this one. And I think from here it's straight down to the end of the trail. So catch you later. Bye. Okay, hi everyone. I'm at the first rest stop. I have Joanna here with me. Say hi, Joanna. I'm at the first rest stop, and I just want to go through some of the thoughts that I have on the trail. They're not in any particular order, but I think they're helpful in terms of using this experience to learn something from. The first one I have is too far to turn back. We are actually walking for about half an hour, and then we found out that we had to turn back to come on the trail because we were off the trail. But the interesting thing is that about 15 minutes in, we realized, or some people started to say, it seems as though we are on the wrong trail and we need to turn back. But people kept saying, no, we gone too far to turn back, I don't want to turn back. But we eventually had to turn back, and that cost us about an hour walking. And what I learned from that is sometimes in life you don't even know if you're on the right path. And there are even sometimes where you know you're on the wrong path, but you feel as though you've been on that path for so long and you're afraid to turn back because it's what you know, what you're accustomed to. But it's always good to turn back to go the right way, no matter how hard it is or how long you've gone. The important thing is to get on the right track. So the sooner you turn back is the better. Next one is follow the leader. And this might be a bit controversial because I am very passionate about leadership, and I know that sometimes people don't like it when you're critical about a leader. But for me, this is not about a leader, this is about the whole aspect of leadership, where we didn't really have a leader. As a matter of fact, at the beginning, for that first 15 minutes when we were on the wrong path, the children were leading. They were the ones in front. And you really don't want to be doing that. You want someone who's responsible, in the front, taking charge, clearly leading. And when you're leading, it is important to know who's leading so that people can follow the leader. Interestingly, some of the people who could be considered as leaders were in the back. And that's a lesson in and of itself. There was even one point where someone was in the back and he was saying to people up front, "Yo, don't stick, don't stop, keep going." And while to him, he was saying that he's motivating them, I had to say to him, the problem with that is you don't lead from the back. You always lead from the front. Because when you're at the back and you spurring people on, what you're actually doing is that you're forcing people to go where you yourself have not yet gone. and you don't know what they had to go through to get there. You don't know what they're going through to continue. So you can't be just pushing them on. If you really want to be a leader, you get to the front, you blaze the trail, and then you look back and then you say, hey, follow my lead. I've gone, I've done it, you can do it too. Walk in my footsteps. So follow the leader. Next one is stick with me. Now, I have here my trusty stick. This has been with me the whole time. And I'm telling you now, were it not for this dried piece of stick, I would not be able to make this hike because I'm so tired. It's cool now, so I'm not sweating, but I am so tired. There were so many times when I wanted to turn back, but that's another point. The point is now is stick with me. And you know, in life, it's always important to have someone who's going to stick with you through thick and thin. Interestingly, that's what marriage is supposed to be, because in your vows you say, for better or for worse, for sickness, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health. And sometimes difficult times are going to come, but you always need to have someone who's going to stick with you. Everyone else has left me. It's like Paul said, everyone has forsaken me. It is only Demas or Marcus or somebody he said is with me. But my stick has stuck with me throughout. It may not look like much, but it stuck with me and it's carrying me through. And related to stick with me is broken stick. Because there was someone, and I'm not going to call any names, who had a stick pretty much like mine. But the thing is, he put so much pressure on his stick that his stick broke. Now, what's the lesson from that? In life, sometimes we're going to have people who support us. But we must not mistake support as carrying. The stick was not supposed to carry that person. It was supposed to support them, stabilize them. But when we put all our pressure, all our responsibility on the people who are supposed to support us, two things happen. One, we will break them because they can't handle the weight. But two, now we don't have any stick. We don't have any support. We don't have any stabilization. So broken stick is an important point, that we need to recognize who are the persons who support us. Use them to offset some of our weight and to stabilize us, but don't put all our responsibility on them. This is an important lesson for leadership, because leaders sometimes see people who support and then throw all their weight and responsibility on them. Next one is pushback. Well, actually I spoke about that a bit. Pushback was the person who was pushing from the back and pushing people on. You don't stay in the back and push. You get to the front and you pull people along, okay? Burden bearer. And this one is very much connected to another one I have that's called Where Is Your Brother? Because a lot of people passed me in our group, and the way in which they show their care and their concern, and I appreciate it, is that they said to me, Jamali, are you okay? Jamali, are you okay? And I appreciate that. But no one, we have about 30 something people at the last count in our group, but not one single person said, Jamali, can I help you with your load? Can I carry something for you? You can't see it all because I'm recording with the camera, but I have a camera, a gimbal, a drone, and a microphone in my bag. But what I'm saying is that not one single person said, Jamali, can I help you? Can I carry something for you? And I'm not talking about people who are loaded up, and I'm talking about people who just had their bare hands. No one said, can I carry something for you? And it reminded me of when Cain was asked by God, where is your brother? And he said, am I my brother's keeper? Which is connected to the next point I have, that's called last man standing. Because, you know, sometimes in groups, we focus so much on the person who is out front. the leader. And in doing so, we forget about the people who are struggling to the back, because we're so much focused on getting to where we want to go that we forget those who are behind. And one of the things I always learned when I was in Scouts is that you never, ever, ever leave somebody behind. You never leave somebody behind. You always have to know who is the last person, and that person make sure no one is behind them, but the person who's in front of them always make sure that that person is behind still. But everyone has gone. There was one point when I think the rest of the group was up here, and after about half an hour, because I took my time to walk up, I heard them shouting down and saying, "Jamali, are you there?" And I was so tired, and I said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, he's there." I haven't seen anybody since that time. Well, as a matter of fact, they didn't even see me. So no one knew what state I was in. And trust me, I'm still very tired. Not so much because I got to rest a bit, and it looks like it's mostly downhill from here. I have no water, which is another point I have that's called Take Me to the Water. Because I came with 2 big bottles of water. But because of all the load I had, I decided that I'm gonna give 1 bottle to the persons who I brought, so that at least they have water. Unfortunately, they have water, they left, and I'm left without any because I left the other water in the Jeep. Thankfully, when I was coming, I passed a stream. I'm not sure how clean it was, but the spiritual application of this is that we have to go to the water. Water is necessary for life. So those are the points that I have. Let me just run through them again. Too far to turn back, follow the leader, broken stick, push back, are you okay? Burden bearer, last man standing, stick with me, where is your brother, and take me to the water. So these are just a few of the lessons that I've learned during this experience. Trust me, it's not easy, and there were times when I wanted to turn back, and I'm pretty sure there might be times when I'm going, well, because it's more or less downhill from here, I don't think I'm going to turn back. But I decided that even though I'm going to take a long time because I'm tired, I'm thirsty, I am going to make it, which in and of itself is a lesson that the race is not for the swift. Sometimes, again, in life, things are going to get really difficult. But once you are on the right path, you have to keep struggling towards the end, because the race is not for the swift, but for those who can endure until the end. So those are my thoughts here at Vermont Nature Trail. And so everybody again, where's Joanna? Tell Joanna, bye. Joanna, wait for the people.
Bye.
All right, so I'll see you all maybe at the Parrot Lookout. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use the drone to get some shots today, because the thing is, parrots, when they hear a lot of noise, they don't come out. So I might just take photos, and when I get back down to the base, I might send the drone back up to get a shot of the nature trails. But yeah, that's it. Peace out.